Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Muhammad Daniel Hakim bin Zain Nizam and my metric number is 2024420332. Today, I will present my infographic about ethical communication in professional settings. Communication is a very important part of professional life. However, communication is not only about delivering information, but also about how we communicate responsibly and ethically. First, let me explain what ethical communication is. Ethical communication refers to communication based on honesty and accountability. It means we communicate trustfully, responsibly, and follow professional as well as societal standards. In simple words, ethical communication means sharing information in a way that is honest, respectful, and fair. Next, let's look at who is involved or affected. Ethical communication affects many people in an organization. This includes employees and teammates because they need clear communication to work together effectively. It also involves management and corporate leaders who must communicate accurate and information to their teams. Besides that, clients and customers are also affected because they rely on honest information about products or services. Lastly, it involves business partners and stakeholders, where trust is very important for long-term relationship. Now, let's move to the key principles. There are three main principles in ethical communication. The first is honesty, which means always telling the truth and avoiding misleading information. The second is respect, which means treating others professionally and valuing their opinions. The third is transparency, which means being open and clear when sharing information or making decisions. These three principles help create trust and good communication in the workplace. Next is when ethical communication becomes critical. It is especially important during major decision making because decisions should be based on accurate information. It is also critical when handling confidential data such as customer or company information because privacy must be protected. Ethical communication is also important in leadership where leaders need to guide employees clearly. Lastly, it is crucial during conflict resolution where communication should remain respectful and fair. Now, let's discuss why ethical communication matters. First, it helps build trust and credibility. People trust individuals or organizations that communicate honesty. Second, it strengthens the organization's reputation. The third, it helps reduce conflicts and legal risks because by misunderstandings, it also promotes a fair and inclusive workplace where everyone feels respected. Most importantly, it prevents the spread of harmful or misleading information. So, ethical communication plays a major role in maintaining healthy professional relationships. Next, how can we apply ethical communication? There are several ways. First, fast check information before sharing it to ensure accuracy. Second, use professional and polite language when communicating. Third, listen actively to understand other people's perspective. Lastly, protect sensitive and private data by handling confidential information responsibly. Finally, let's look at where ethical communication happens. It happens in virtual meetings and digital platforms, especially as online communicating becomes more common. It also happens in global and cross-cultural settings where understanding and respect are essentials. Besides that, ethical communication is important during client negotiations and customer supports. And of course, it happens in everyday office environments through daily interactions among colleagues. In conclusion, ethical communication is essential in professional settings because it promotes honesty, respect, and transparency. By practicing ethical communication, we can build trust, reduce conflicts, and create a better working environment. That's all from me. Thank you.